What's up, y'all? Candy Girl here with my 2 cents on this. What I would do for the D or for the P challenge. I gotta get the official name for it, but either way it go, basically what it is it's a rap challenge where you make up a rap on all the things that you would do for the dick, for the pussy, or for both. Whatever is your pleasure, I ain't judging. Okay, so a lot of people have a problem with this challenge because of the fact that, number one, blacks are already over-sexualized in the media, as well as, just the common perception about blacks in general. Second of all, because a lot of celebrities have started to participate in the challenge, they felt like people kind of encouraging this kind of behavior doesn't really help with the race trying to make strides in the way that we're represented and the way that we represent ourselves. Okay, so I'm gonna take a somewhat unconventional stance on this issue, but before I get into that, if you are a first-time viewer, what's up? Thank you for coming to my channel. Please make sure that you like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. I give a lot of my 2 cents on a lot of different things. Anything from political issues, which I try not to get into that much, but also just social issues, current events, things like that. Okay, so let's get back into it. What I think about this challenge is that I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? And this was one of the things I was like, man, I probably should have an opinion about it, because I'm always the person talking about, the society is doing this, society is doing that to black people, and they're not giving enough opportunities and all this other stuff. But I had to take a real look at things and say, are we the source of our demise at times? And where does that come from? And who are we really going to point the finger at? In this situation, I'm going to tell you straight up, black folks, if you don't want people looking at you as overly sexualized or whatever, ignorant, then stop being sexual and stop being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? There comes a time where we have to start taking full advantage of the opportunities that are given to us to compensate for the wrongs of the past. But if you choose to represent yourself in an over-sexualized manner, then you cannot fault anybody for reacting to it appropriately by saying you must be an overly sexual person and treating you accordingly. For other people that say, well, because of their actions, now people are going to treat me differently, then first of all, I would say, for whatever individual is judging you off of what Issa Rae or Erykah Badu is doing, they're obviously ignorant, and I wouldn't want that person really being a part of my circle. And there are other ways to deal with stereotypes that turn into discrimination. I don't think that in this situation, this is a cause and effect kind of relationship. But nonetheless, it's all up to you how you react and how you respond to certain things. If someone is coming to you talking about what would you do for the D, or what would you do to the D, wash it. How about that? Because obviously, if you are so open to letting to entering my body and you don't know anything about me except for that I got a pee or a puss, to be explicit, then you probably need a penicillin shot and a good wash with a good rag with some antibacterial soap. So for me, it ain't what I want to do with you. And if you was to ever approach me about it, best believe I would be correcting you. Okay? It would not be any kind of argument as to whether Candace believes that I would just, if you got a dick, then I'll do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody were to come at me sideways like that, I will be correcting you and giving you my $1.02 on how I feel about that. But you ain't got to worry about that because, of course, you not going to do that dumb shit, right? So let's go on. For all those people who are concerned about what children or what teenagers would do, let me tell you something. I am a preacher's kid. And one thing, and I'm not saying that this is characteristic of preacher's kids, or if you're not a preacher's kid that this doesn't happen. But for me, I was not allowed to watch TV Monday through Thursday. On Friday through Sunday, we could watch TV, but on Sunday it was limited because we had to go to school the next day. And during the week, we had other things that we had to pay attention to. We had sports, we had music lessons, we had dance lessons, you know what I'm saying? And if you can't afford that, child, I know you can take your child to the library, and while you sit there and advance yourself, you have your child sitting there reading a book somewhere. The TV does not raise your children, okay? Erykah Badu and Issa Rae and whoever else celebrity that wants to do all about the D or the Peach challenge, they don't raise your children. You do. So if you are leaving your child unattended such that they have access to all of these things, then maybe you should reevaluate how much exposure you are allowing your children to have. Because YouTube just doesn't go and knock on your door or bust through your door and make you watch these videos. You allow your children to be exposed to certain things. You allow your children to have a Facebook profile. You allow them to have an Instagram. You allow them to do whatever it is that they're able to do. Now, I will say that me being the little slick kid that I was, I got away with some things that probably I shouldn't have been able to get away with. So I understand that some things slip through the cracks. But overall, you as a parent should be able to impress upon your child that these things are unacceptable. And if you see these things in your child's environment in one way, shape, or form, then it's up to you as a parent to intercede and to make sure that you're communicating what is and is not acceptable activity. But if Erykah Badu is the only adult that is showing your child how to be an adult, then don't be mad when she makes her own video about what she'll do for the D, because you weren't telling her. Only thing you need to be doing for the D is offering them a rag and some Dial soap, unscented. Okay, so let's not act like the D challenge or the P challenge or whatever it's called is the cause of the demise of the Black community as it stands today. No, it is the parent who is the person who has all of the tools that are necessary to teach the child in the way that they should go. So as far as I'm concerned, don't be trying to compromise my entertainment, because I want to know what you'll do for the P. Okay, I'm entertained by that. I'm an adult, and if I'm not a hoe by now, I probably never will be. So I have the right to look at some stuff like that. Your child does not have the right to look at it, and they should be limited accordingly. Okay? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this whole issue. Until next time, you all, love and blessings.